Hey, what up, everybody? What up? What up? What up? Going live. Me and Ref. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about a interesting topic. If one has seen the thumbnail, it's just a few things I'm going to talk about in regards to this Men in Black thing. In regards to this idea of her Cosmosis. So I chose this topic for a reason. This type of topic for a reason for her Cosmosis, and it has a lot to do with the whole Men in Black idea. It really does, but you're more or less being her Men in Black. So, yeah, but no, this whole idea of Men in Black, what I meant by this, it kind of actually was stemmed from a lot of what me and you have talked about before in regards to the cosmic, but really it's just more or less getting inside of her universe, universally speaking. And so,
Right.
like on a Men in Black movie, how I guess, no pun intended for those trying to bash Will Smith right now, but with the way I think at the time with Will Smith's character, he was good at, uh, inquiring these aliens. They were inside these human shells, but he was able to still get at their core, their inner universe. And I think, this whole idea of a Men in Black can apply to the feminine. What you think about that?
Uh, I don't. To be honest, I don't know what to think. I don't like just off the top. I don't know what to think. So if you can unpack that, feel free to do so. To be honest, like this is a rare moment for me, but I really don't have an answer to that.
Okay, no problem. I can actually read off like one of the catalysts that kind of helped with this live stream a lot. And it was actually something that you said that really helps with what we're talking about today. And so basically, you said a lot of women with daddy issues who are too prideful to heal have a love hate relationship um, with you at the time. You said with you, but you said they love the paternal energy but hate it due to the fact that it's more potent than their own fathers. And you say you remind them of a paternal ideal and their own abandonment issue at the same time, hence creates love hate type of relationship because you
Right,
basically you
right,
get
right,
her universe.
right, right, right. Yeah. What actually inspired that post was a conversation. Well, it wasn't just one conversation. It was just different convos I had with different friends of mine, and I noticed something, man. When it comes to like a lot of modern women and their fathers, a lot of fathers, they've been programmed to be pretty much similar to women too. You get what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Like, fathers do have a weird and special place for their daughters. I get that, but at the same time, it's like this era kind of takes that to a different level with with the princess mentality and all that. And I realize a lot of women that I come across, like, they like that paternal energy. It's almost like an escape, but it's the reality of that paternal energy that bothers them. So it's like they like the fantasy of the paternal energy I provide, as long as it doesn't like buckle down on their ego, basically. And that's when the reality of the paternal energy comes in. And the irony is, they don't have that dual experience with their own fathers. Normally, he's just not there, or his presence is limited. Whereas with me, you're gonna feel the presence, regardless of how you feel, and that's just not something that they used to.
Facts. And yeah, that kind of reminds me of another thing we talked about because remember how me and you had a, I guess, sort of deal with some back and forth of guys that didn't think like, a lot of these gals, a lot of it is just all them needing was a father figure. And that was kind of the inspiration for like a lot of my cosmic drops about the feminine. If they just really had a real man in black, someone that could really get into her universe, then you could probably know her a little better.
Right, right. And that's the thing, man. Like a lot of the thing is though, and this is something I realized too. Most men in general are just they're not open minded. So that's another thing too. If a man is not open minded when it comes to a female or whatnot, or her past or anything like that, and they just want a more conventional like response per se, she's gonna shell up, man. She's gonna keep maintain her shell because she has to psychologically protect herself. And then not to mention, a lot of women been, beside the woman who's had limited interactions with her father, certain women have been touched by their father or been touched by a father figure too. So oftentimes in these situations, I technically bring out the truth in how they feel about a paternal um, individual in their life.
Oh
Because
yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, facts.
yeah, because like at the end of the day, it's like whether it was their uncle that molested them, whether it was their stepfather that molested them, whoever was a paternal figure that they felt originally safe around, they felt conflicted. They felt conflicted, and there's almost like a love-hate relationship for the negative like paternal influence in their life. So when it comes to me and I'm coming with a more well-rounded paternal influence, they often dislike it too because it goes against society's perspective on the paternal as well. Like the paternal normally is supposed to be like Peter Griffin, fat and dumb and stuff like that. So there's just different complications that come with just me having that natural paternal energy already. You feel me? A lot of women out here, they like the psychological advantage over a man because they don't want to ever be played by their paternal figure ever again. So when it comes to someone like me, who's very adaptable and understanding, but at the same time stern and don't play games, they feel intimidated by that because of that future sense of like betrayal or whatnot. But yeah, that's essentially what it is. Another thing that we have to keep in mind as well is that a lot of women these days, man, they have a hard time admitting that they have like some sort of like paternal issue. And this is why I say paternal instead of daddy. Having a daddy issue is an issue aimed for the dad. But certain women's uh biggest paternal influence might not be their father.
All right,
It might
and I'm
be
back again, back again.
oh hey, how's it going? But
Yeah, man.
yeah, like a woman's biggest influence, and this is something I've realized, like I might have to stop using that term daddy issues because while that could be true for certain women, certain things like paternal figure issues would be a lot more um it would be a lot more appropriate to state because certain women have been raised by their older brothers, certain women have been raised by their uncles. So there's a spectrum of, you could say, ma- you could say masculine figures in a woman's life that affects her at an early age too, you know,
Mm,
outside of her
yes,
father,
sir.
uncles, brothers, whatever. And then, you got women that have been molested by their older brothers, their older cousins, their uncles, obviously, and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, and that's like where her true psyche started. Like what I'm saying. Like that's why she gets scared because you start to you basically are dealing with her inner Star Wars. I've talked about this idea of the inner Star Wars, and you're basically coming in there to kind of deal with that space. And a lot of them get uncomfortable because it's almost like as if at the same time you take them to the unknown. You know, and in some ways maybe you could let me know about this. But like you remember how Will Smith also had like in that movie he had that little device to
Right.
try to to try to do something with their brain, and that's kind of like I guess with whatever certain techniques you might do as an individual. Uh, you do want to kind of renew her mind, not to like brainwash, but literally that's what that machine did when he flashed it in her face. It renewed one's mind.
Right. Right. And that's the thing too. Like when it comes to a lot of women as well, the paternal society oftentimes creates a paternal issue too. Whereas it creates a paternal issue out of thin air, even if the paternal figure is around, because of societal influences. So let's say like a woman has a good father figure, she has good relations with males or whatnot, but then she's put in like public school, like that can change her as well, because what school pushes subconsciously is women are innocent or victims and men are bad. They push this narrative to a subconscious level from the media, from the school system, because think about it, like we've all been in school. Most of the people that have been suspended were males. It doesn't matter what background you come from. I've never seen a school where majority of the incidents is female. I've never seen that. I've never seen females go to detention at the same rate. I've never seen females, um, yeah, I just never seen females go to detention, get suspended, get expelled at the same rate as their male counterparts in the school system. And then society will make it seem like, well, men are more built for crime. Eh, a lot of these things, and this is the problem when it comes to like statistics. I'm not trying to get off topic, but a lot of statistics doesn't take into account the nuance in situations. It really doesn't, because you got a lot of women that are sleeping with criminals. You got a lot of women that know the crime that a lot of criminals are committing. That's what's not being said, out here too. You get what I'm saying? No one's talking about that.
Ooh, man,
You got women that you could basically call an accomplice that's not going to jail for whatever reason.
facts.
So in reality, and then you gotta think with the amount of like female pedophilia that's out here too, because a lot of women that you might encounter, you might think because she got her dad in her life, most of her issues is because of her daddy issues or her paternal issues. But you gotta think, certain women out here have stronger maternal issues, but because it's not socially acceptable to blame mama, right? They don't do it. That's another thing that guys got to keep in mind. Some of these women out here, the paternal issue is not that deep compared to the maternal issue. However, she, on a social level, because women care about stuff like that, she needs a scapegoat, and that scapegoat oftentimes is a man. So when you see certain of these women argue back and forth with Kevin Samuels, I'm telling you, 8 out of 10 times, their mom was not a decent person either, and that's just the truth.
Man. Ooh,
When you look
that's a
at like
drop.
people like Cynthia G, I don't watch Cynthia G, so I'm not gonna make no assumptions. However, I will say this: certain women with that type of thinking, with that type of anti-black male thinking, I'm telling you right now, their mom was not a good person. I'm telling you, a lot of women I've encountered that were on some borderline feminist tip, their own mother, who is a female, right, was not a good person. This is why certain women they love certain celebrities because that's the mommy they never had. That's the maternal ideal they never had. So because they're not able to heal that maternal thing, that's another reason why they can't deal with like a certain like paternal figure like myself. That's just how it is.
Right. And that's that real man in black I'm talking about. Like, and so it really, if you think about it, that man in black wears what paternal type of clothing. You know, that suit, that that outfit, and so one can say that about even when they see someone like KS. But man, there's so much we can wrap up with this man. And I guess short, sweet to the point. Give me your final thoughts, but I'll leave you with this because it's always good having you on, fam. It's always good chopping it up with you. But the thing is, it's like, so do they see? It's like they see like real paternal figures that men in black type. It's like alien to them, you know. Even though it's like yeah, they see it as alien. Like, what
Yeah,
type of being are you?
it is alien. And there's a love hate relationship with that because, on one hand, they see how psychologically weak that a lot of guys are to their mothers. So they kind of expect that same result in their life. However, a lot of the things that their mothers push, or you could say the female collective push, is not making them happier. It's just making them more codependent on women. This is why I've said things in the past, and people are gonna feel like, damn, like why are you coming at them type of females? But like this is why I say like, you know, bisexual chicks, not all of them, but in general, are honestly more dangerous than a straight woman because like a lot of a lot of bi chicks are oftentimes in destructive situations. You get what I'm saying? Like you can have a woman that's bisexual that she could end up destroying a bond with another woman over a man. Like she's really all over the place. She's really all over the place. And if you're a straight woman, there's a chance for you being all over the place. But when a woman's sexuality is tied to being all over the place, it really amplifies that. You get what I'm saying? So that's why for me, like I've always said, like a chick that's like bi is like a red flag. And it's not like it's personal against her or her orientation because we're all sinners at the end of the day. But truth be told, man, it's just the effects that those women have on themselves and others that they don't take into account for. You know, I remember there was a viral video of this woman, right? You know, she started dating other women because I think she was bi or something like that. And she realized, like, wow, like I empathize with men. She empathized with men because she started dating women. And she said, man, this is crazy, or something like that. So you had a woman who had to go to the other side to see what regular guys are dealing with. So that's that could be a whole nother drop anyway. But beside all that, at the end of the day, when it comes to a lot of women, if you have paternal energy, expect conflict. Expect conflict because they're not used to it. It's alien to them. Just expect conflict. And then you got to expect conflict because it's not the right environment that cultivates um appreciating paternal energy. And I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Oh man, once again, man, it's always great having you on, man. It's always a masterpiece, and yeah, I appreciate you stopping by anytime, man. So mi casa su casa all the time. But there's a lot of
Kingreph
what you
3.
said that.
Oh yeah, I just want to say this real quick. It's Kingreph 3. Everyone stay blessed and have a good one.
All right, y'all. King Ref gonna be leaving the building, and yeah, he's touching upon things that definitely tie into like this talking point about her cosmosis, men in black, basically that paternal energy. But yeah, I'm gonna sign off here, y'all. Just wanted to chop it up with y'all real quick. I'm out and about. Don't want to lose signal with y'all. So yeah, we're gonna definitely probably touch up on some things down the road, and I'll definitely be live with y'all once again. Much blessings to y'all. Thanks a million for stopping by. And yeah, all the comments I wasn't able to see, I'm gonna be able to get at those comments in another live stream. I see that a lot of people showed up. Thank y'all for showing up for sure.
Stay blessed, everyone.
Oh yeah, and by the way, make sure y'all go sub to King Ref. He uh he got some good content, so make sure y'all subscribe to King Ref. All right now.